All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Second map underway here, of course, as we will be getting into Inferno. The map pick now of Orgles, a chance for them to redeem themselves. And actually, I was quite impressed with Mirage. It wasn't as bad as I actually thought, particularly considering that the way we saw the SG Pro Series go, I was kind of expecting similar. They actually look fairly good here. They started on Mirage fairly well. Now it's their map pick. Inferno, I want to see them do good.
I mean, I think that's possible right now. After a game like Mirage, where we saw things get relatively close between the two squads, it shows to me that Orgles could definitely compete on a map like Inferno. And remember, the thing is, Singularity has not won Inferno in the past 3 months, so it's a really good opportunity for Orgles to maybe get this one going. Mertz, however, here's the players jumping around, and now he's gonna peek out, and it only gets the one, however. That's a little bit dissatisfying. I thought it's going to get way more than that. And now Orgles, they do have control over the site, but they don't have pit. And this is so important. Remoy can just hold his position and wait for the players to come in. Chris Remoy. And now it's all up to Jazor left on the site. So many players he has to find. And well, even the players can try and stop him. Yeah, of course, Chris is going to secure that one. That will be Singularity with the first pistol.
Off to yet a good start, and keeping up with tradition, actually, so appeasing my OCD. They always lose the first pistol, they always win the second, they're keeping it up so far. Singularity already off the mark, though. Bomb plant down, meaning Orgles should not be going for the force investment. They'll have plenty to be able to fall by into the third round, so as to be expected, couple of nades invested, some pistols to be half board into this round, but mostly a flat eco for Singularity to then prepare for the upcoming gun round. Nice little nades down already onto Banana. Mertz and Remoy doing enough damage to close out Ping. It should be a relatively easy round here for the side of Singularity. Some great damage and great cash to be recollected by Mertz. MP9 already making the profit. Round number 2, nice and easy. Now, Orgles into their first buy round, into the T-sided investment. They will have the AKs, plenty of Kevlar, and the fact that Singularity are playing a bonus round with the MP9s does make their first round a little bit easier to gain.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more plausible right now. But Orgles coming into the purchase here. It's always interesting that in general, CTs, how if you end up winning the first pistol round, the second round as well, you're going to be keeping those SMGs, and I don't think it's more truer than on a map like Inferno. It's so close quarters. These SMGs can rip through armor, especially boosting their fast rate of fire. So right now, I can't really even blame Singularity for trying to keep those SMGs, but Yabby has lost a big chunk of his health. There be a grenade right there in the logs. He'd be going down, but lucky for him, not a single player from Orgles is armed with HE. However, you have Ping armed with something better, the AK-47. Gets the kill here on one of these players, and well, that opens things up towards the A side. Oh, well, Yabby, what a push! He gets the kill and even runs back to safety. Almost gets caught out. Brody fire up a single shot. And, he gets both of them. That's it. That's the B bombs that open up. And if you're Orgles, you're gonna be booking it over here.
Absolutely perfect sight now. Already being taken, of course. It is going to force a save out of Singularity. Pretty much to be expected, I think, there as well. That B-bomb site could have worked out so well. Providing that cell rate didn't peak out there, Brody sort of was put under the impression that Yabby fell back right beyond the wall, or at least up towards it, so would have been drawn into a peak. But nevertheless, Singularity may be understanding and expecting that this round might have gone the way it did, considering that it is a bonus round that they were playing. They'll keep the M4 saved up, though. They've got cash in the bank to be able to drop out and rebuy into the next. But it is Orgles off the mark. That is what we like to see. Their first buy round actually being successful. Keeping them close in combat, making sure that Singularity are not going to be running away with this. And again, you can see the money, thankfully for Mertz, is solid. He should be getting the rifle up, the AWP dropped, or dropping out the AWP M4 in return. Either way, you get the sniper up nice and early. Singularity looking to get back into the game, but Orgles, I'm glad to see them off the mark, at least getting the first gun round in their belt. It is now time to get consistent, though, because Singularity in that first map, they did exactly this. They lost the first gun round, and started winning, picking things back up again.
Utility usage coming in, and now Accelerate has been punished. Burst, on the other hand, still holds his ground and evades the Molotov for now. That is a very good attempt for Orgles. Something tells me this T-side is going to be very different from the previous T-sides we've seen of Orgles, whether it be Nuke, Train, or even Mirage for that matter. Something tells me Inferno might actually be a bit more competitive than usual. Chris, on the other hand, see a lot of pressure now coming his way. Not get a flashbang from his teammates, still get a peek, and he will go down because of it. Ramoy now needs to go from the pit, actually gets the one kill, does not secure Brody. With the A side falling apart, this means, yeah, if you're Orgles, you're going to plant the bomb over here. You're expecting maybe one or even both players out there on B. And from this on out, the round's been won.
Nice and easy so far, Orgles. Keeping the majority of their players alive as well is actually a really nice sign to see. Definitely got to agree, this T-side is already feeling miles better from the mainly UK boys here. Singularity able to at least fund a save into this one. The AWP kept up. M4 to be garnered as well, but not as prevalent here. The money is now gone. It is going to have to be an eco round for the majority of Singularity. The weapons that they've got, you can see they're down to around $2,000 to $3,000 on that loss bonus. We'll be getting 2.4k afterwards, so an eco round will provide them a solid buy, most likely. Not plentiful, but enough. But Orgles, a chance to take the lead for what feels like the first time in this entire day so far. They didn't have a lead against SG Pro. They didn't have a lead against Singularity. If they win this round, which they most likely will, this is their first lead across 4 maps. Well, yeah, 4 maps.
Come on, Orgles. Let's see if we can pull it off. AWP could be very dangerous. He is. Secures the opener. Expect more players to come his way. And well, as he retreats to cover, this is where some of his players with pistols can chime in. Like, for example, Chris goes out there for the peak. Actually wins the duel against ZNX. Ramoy as well. This is not looking good for Orgles. They're dropping like flies right now. And Jazer and Ping will try to eliminate the few players that they are here in the apartments. This is nice. However, there is one more player that could be a threat. That's Yabby of the A side.
Especially with him having Kevlar. This M4 could be a deadly little asset here. Ping seems to be aware of what is to come on the corner. Nice and easy. Dealing with it as they would expect now. Yabby in this corner. Will he be aware of what is to come? It seems like Orgles so far do not want to commit, and that is exactly the right thing to do. 40 seconds on the clock. They've got plenty of time here. Will now start to work out what is up, though. Yabby on the corner. Nice and easy. Simple shutdown. Ping getting the final frag. 3 and 2. And Orgles, for the first time today, they'll have at least a lead. Buy round to come for Singularity. We'll see how long that lead lasts, but a much more revitalized start from Orgles here. They start off positively on the T side, which is great to see considering what we know already about this team.
Oh yeah, this is very nice to see that Orgles start things off in the right manner, on the right foot. See if they can keep it up. That's the most important bit right now. Can they actually keep this up? Not just win a few rounds here and then get absolutely blasted by Singularity. I want to see some consistency out of them. And if they can actually come out here with a decent half here in Inferno by picking up, say, those 6 or 7 rounds, then hell yeah, they've got a good chance here in the CT side. But for now, the first half is still upon us. And the great thing about this is that Singularity, look how passively they're playing. They don't even want to challenge Orgles, even though this is the same Singularity that were leading it on Mirage. I think 12-3 is how the first half ended, and right now they're being a lot more conservative.
Gotta agree. Yeah, Orgles seem to have already stunned them into a little bit of a slowdown here. And well, up toward the B side they go. Accelerate and Gabby, though. 2 great early entries. Flash was beautiful as well by Mertz. Keeps teammate blind, spotting out the players. Even realizes that Jazar has crossed across the mark. Mert's able to finish the job. Singularity restoring the round back in their favor. 3-3, tied up nice and early. And Orgles, thankfully the economy is with them. They will be able to get a rebuy. Not going to be pressing the matter yet so far. AWP reposted up for Jazar. All is good for both. Orgles a chance again to break Singularity, but we'll see what happens here. It seems like the CT side may have just gotten a little bit more confidence in their favor, but look at this. Into second middle, already able to capitalize. Only good for damage. Mert sticks around, gets away with one, but falls quickly. Nice little trade back again. Remoy drops the bomb, though. That is not a good start. Singularity, they've now got a reason to rotate. They can stack the hold for the bomb. They realize this is a pressing matter now for Orgles.
Oh, AWP recovered here by Remoy. The most important bit is that the bomb is yet to be picked up by the terrorists. And Chris has to keep a close eye on Short as well as on the apartments, because he may never know who might walk out from there and try to get a quick kill. Jazar moving in close with the AWP, but even they consider that maybe fighting for brackets is a lost cause. Might as well abandon this part of the map and look for other options. And with 50 seconds on the clock, there are those options.
Seeming to consider a rotate down on toward the B bomb site here, but again, considering there's 4 players alive, 2 per site, pretty expected. Crossfire is also established as well. They've got just a single flashbang to assist with the cross here. And are they even going to deploy it? It's probably the better question. They just dry peek and hope for the best, it seems. Jazar now on his lonesome. Will be able to back away, but down to a 1-on-4. Make it a 1-3 as they get a refrag, but unfortunately, not going to change the outcome of the round itself. The Singularity back into the lead. There you go. A chance maybe to deny the AWP for the save, but will be able to run away and keep it. But 4-3. Money is now gone for Orgles as well. They will be able to eco and be safe for the next round, though, so no reason to fully invest or force buy here. But Singularity seeming to be establishing at least a little bit more of a CT-sided lead and look to get the confidence back as well. These past 2 rounds have been quite the convincing too compared to what Orgles have shown.
Yeah, and also a bit of a misplay from their part, I suppose. The fact that they're trying to go for brackets control, and one of the players that is doing so has the bomb on his shoulders. He ends up dying there, and that's it. The bomb's been dropped, extra time being wasted in order to recover said bomb. So that is a bit of a misplay from Orgles' part. Even in a round like this, where most of the players are in pistols, we've seen what Jazar is capable of. And he can be quite the asset here for Orgles. Of course, right now, it just comes down to him maneuvering around the map where he feels most comfortable. Where can he find the opener? Didn't find anything towards the A side. Now he has his focus sharply towards B. And, well, doesn't see the player just yet. There we go. Gets the glimpse. Hopes he can try to go for that frag. But if you're Celery in that position, you should also be aware of what's going on. Yep, especially now. He's going to book it. He's going to retreat. Or actually, no, he's going to hold the line, though, however. Then the players will overwhelm him nonetheless. Yabi needs to hold his ground, and he's doing a solid job at it. 2 players have already been eliminated, and as the rotation comes in, CNX are having a CNX goes down, Ping as well, and what a solid hold from Yabi.
Showing just how difficult that B bomb site is going to be to break. Singularity holding down nice and easy, sure against an eco round, but we've seen, well, mostly Hellraisers fall to those kind of rounds, but we've seen teams fall to those sort of scrappy pistol force buy in fast pushes, so thankfully Singularity not following suit so far. Orgles, though, rebuy back in their favor. Even a Tech 9 for Jazar, though, his economy limited from the AWP save. But the secondary sniper seeming to fit in quite nicely here for Singularity. Allows Mertz to free roam the bomb site and free roam the map, really. Into apartments he will go. As already seems like A pressure is going to be a port of call for Orgles. Down to long they go. Smoke to be deployed. No spray from Remoy. Wants to keep himself super safe, although as they start to bundle into the site. Good for one, but a refrag should be on its way as ZNX able to get it done. The bomb will go down, only no, it won't. Ramoy gets out of it alive, just barely. Backs away and keeps his teammate kind of safe. Commitment through the smoke. Yabi has to back away but loses his life. A bit of an overextension. And Orgles, they will get the round. A save on the way for Singularity.
Oh, what a successful commitment from Orgles. What a nice hit there on the site, isolating some of the Singularity players thanks to those smoke grenades. And of course, with only 2 individuals on the site itself, once you've overwhelmed it, it just becomes a task of holding it. Though I've got to say, I don't think even Orgles expected that the bomb carrier that tries to plant it gets shut down so rapidly. And as well, that was a very good lineup from the Singularity player. And yeah, this is turning out to be a close affair between the 2 teams, something we haven't seen in a while. In some of the latter stages, you know, the second half, sure, you're going to be seeing moments where Orgles begins to bounce back, but this is all happening in the first half. It's 5-4. Singularity's economy not in a great state. Orgles, again, in a very good position to equalize the score.
Nice to see a competitive start to the game. Definitely got to concur on that one. Orgles seeming to try and force their way back into this one. Mert's able to get the rebuy along with the rest of his side. AWP nicely in his hands yet again. This time, though, nice little early tag. Nothing of major damage to be inflicted, but look at the setup they've got. Ramoy already bags the first. Does get overwhelmed by ZNX, though. Nice little return. Makes it back into a 4-on-4 already. Ooh, Brody surely spotting Yabi. Yes, he did. Nevertheless, forces his hand through the smoke. A 4-on-3 now as he seems to realize exactly what is up. Cellray only takes a tag. Loses some of his health, but not majoritively. Still sat inside of sandbags. Has support as well on the rotate. Does lose his life, though. Now, maybe understanding that the B site could be open up, but no, Mertz, he's already dead. Chris, last man alive. This is a great play from Orgles. They're making Singularity struggle here on the CT side, and that's exactly what we wanted to see from them. They're actually looking good now. We are seeing that they're capable of looking good here.
What a way to end it as well. Even though the player from Banana secures the frag there, a very good flashbang has been deployed. And of course, you might be wondering, why did he not retreat to the side itself? Well, because of the flashbang, he has no idea how close they are. So if he were to retreat, maybe he gets shut down. So he decides to play it behind the sandbags. It's not get a single kill there. Rotation comes in. It's a little bit too late. So there's a lot of good things right now going in favor of Orgles. And right now, again, things are looking up for them. They're in a position to get themselves that 6th round. Singularity can have to go for just a simple investment here. Jazar again. You want to see your Opera even getting kills like that. Like, that's always confidence boosting. And Moy, oh yeah, he's gonna get spotted out by Jazar. That's the big problem when you're playing it so close in middle. Chances are you're gonna get spotted out at one point or another.
Ooh, ping. Be careful. Deagle is always a little bit awkward at this sort of angle, but yeah, works it out nice and easy. Fairly standard on the eco round for Orgles. Very clean as well, making sure no further casualties for the side of Orgles here. Do not want to be giving any weapons, no matter what they are here. Cellray, though. Nova in hand, no difference. Yabi dead as well. 5 turns into 6. Orgles now in the lead yet again. Looking so far like Singularity are maybe facing a couple struggles, and like you say, as soon as Orgles bag those 6-7 rounds on a T side, no matter where the rest of the half finishes off, they're looking fairly solid. 6 rounds at a minimum is a great number to finish, but we know that Orgles here, this is probably the most pressing and confident side that we've seen out of them all day so far. They want to see how far they can take this. They can take away this rifle round. They're on their way to 8 already. Chance of double digits is still on the cards. 5 rounds only for Singularity here. Orgles, though, again, seeming like they will be running a similar strategy up toward that top mid position. ZNX inside of the corner, just waiting. Players going to be lining themselves up to provide the approach. But here we go, Mertz. Peeking into the corner. See if he can find anything here at this point. Oh, ping and ZNX, though. make it nice and easy. Down into that 3-on-4, make it a 2-on-4. It's an easy shutdown. Orgles, they are looking real good at this point.
Oh yeah, things are looking up. Singularity, of course, have to save the, or shall I say, Celery has to save that weapon of his. And Orgles, I mean, could this really be the case that they might have a half where it's 9 or 8 rounds in their advantage and they're not on the back foot? It would be an incredible storyline if Orgles can actually pull it off here, because they have a confident first half. That should also spill over to the second half, and heck, if they win it, then we're going to go to a third one. And you might say that after seeing Orgles play earlier today, that should not be possible, but absolutely right now is the cards are there. It's definitely likely that Orgles might make this game a lot more competitive than initially anticipated. So Celebrate, looks like that weapon will be saved once and for all, even though some of the players, trying to scare him away from saving, but no. The M4 remains in his hands, but the advantage still is for Orgles, 5-7.
First half most likely in their favor here as well, with an eco round on the way for Singularity. Should be a minimum of 8 in their back pockets here. Orgles looking very, very good. I'm liking this now. Starting to see exactly what this team is made of. And interestingly enough, there's no big fraggers actually. Maybe apart from Jazar, who for 4 maps now has been consistently putting up good numbers. But you look at the way that so the rest of the side is, nobody's really having an incredible game. It's very consistent across the roster. Brody stepping up now, King getting those frags in. See, the entire side is looking good. Ramoy just runs out of bullets at the worst time possible. Brody able to take him down already into a very quick 5-on-3. Looking good at the moment. Singularity mastered. Nice and easy. 7-5. Looking to 8-5. M4 in the hands of Celebrate, but should not be doing absolutely anything with it unless they give him the answer here down towards Banana. But 50 seconds on the clock, plenty of time for Orgles to decide here, and with only 2 players to find, should not be an issue whatsoever. This is the first half in their favor, most likely, and Brody, nice and easy. Clean round again from Orgles. I'm really liking their T side. Look at the cash they've got stacked up as well. That's when you know it's been a good first half.
Oh yeah, I mean the amount of money is just ridiculous at this point. ZNX 14,000, Jazar 11, also Ping as well on 11. This is just ridiculous amounts of money. You can see also because of it, because that they have won these 5 rounds in a row in a somewhat more convincing manner. That is why the money is looking so good for them. Really nice stuff for Orgles, and look at this. ZNX gonna change up the pace just a little bit. It's gonna move in first here, and Singularity, once they see the initial utility come in, they're already backing away, and ZNX though, careful. Oh no, he's gonna get caught out with his pants down. That is so dissatisfying for ZNX. He runs in through all the Molotovs, the grenades. I think even one grenade was launched in from his own teammate, and yet he ends up dying to the hands of the opposition.
Finally, an entry for Singularity to actually work in their favor here. Orgles still. They've got a little bit of map control. Bottom of Banana, pretty standard. Apartments waiting, seeing if Ping can find something of an opportunity perhaps, and well, exactly he does. Takes the head of Ramoy, loses the majority of his health in the process, unfortunately. Singularity, though. 4 versus 4. 45 seconds here. Time is ticking. Oh, Christo catches out the first, make it a second as well. 4-on-2, Jazar and Brody. Seeing if they can force out their hand through brackets up to Arches. Maybe can cross, and they will. But where do they divert here? 4-on-2, they're going to need some frags, and Yabi, he's already prepared. He's heard the footsteps. Mertz even takes him down. 6th round looking likely on the board here for Singularity. And a fairly clean one as well in the process, shutting down the 6th, going into the final round of the first half.
There we go. 6th round here for Singularity. It's nothing much worth boasting about, but it definitely shows that Singularity not out from this one. Still got a chance to maybe even get that 7th. Either way, the Orgles can be very happy with their accomplishments thus far. One of the players that I didn't really expect to perform so well is Ping. The previous
Yeah.
matchup, or shall I say the previous map as well, Ping had played pretty well. And he's out here doing some fine work on Inferno. Days are, of course, one of the operas that we have to look at, and wow, those nades do nothing. I didn't even scratch the man, but those bullets, oh, how does he evade them? He does survive for now. Damage exchange here, Banana. The Orgles players are bleeding. They could definitely use a band-aid.
Oof. Praise the Lord that was a flashbang and not a HE grenade. ZNX, the HE does come flying in, not too much damage inflicted, but look at the health. Yeah, they are really weak at this point. Oh, Yavi, confident enough to aggress here. Accelerate finds two. Oh, James are good for a trade, but that's all he'll land. Unfortunately, now into a 4-on-2. Accelerate burning, but able to reposition. Ping, good refrag, but unfortunately, beautiful double. Doesn't survive for long. 8-7 at the end of the first half. Orgles, though, I'm impressed. That's a much better first half than we've seen out throughout the day so far whatsoever. 8 rounds on a T side of Inferno. I hope they translate this into something on the CT side. It'd be a shame to let this sort of advantage go now. They've looked the best they've done all day.
Absolutely. With the advantage they have right now, by just even the one round, that has to be so much more confidence boosting for Orgles, considering that you played the previous matchup against SG Pro, you got battered and bruised on it. On Mirage, at least things were somewhat more competitive, but on the first half, you were also taking a beating. Here, it shows that you're still capable of just maybe pulling through here on this second half. We've seen that Orgles has been pretty good with their pistol rounds on these second halves, so let's see if they can do it again. Can they repeat the magic? Singularity, though, are playing this one very safe, in fact. Considering this is a pistol round, they're playing it very far back.
Was not expecting this sort of play. Yeah, I was maybe anticipating with the two flashes in the smoke, very quick into Banana, CT smoke over the top, sort of force their hand and make it away into the B bomb site. That seems like exactly what they're doing now, just a little bit more delayed. But look at this, Orgles, they've read into this beautifully. B-sided stack on the way through. Cell rate, already damage inflicted. No kill to be found, though. Ping opens things up nicely, makes it a double. Brody in there for one of his own, and that's a beautiful sight stack there by Orgles. They read it like a buck. 9 and 7 confirmed. It should be a clean pistol as well.
Les Ramoy's got something to say about it. I mean, 5 players, there could be some mistakes there. The first one, Ramoy gets at least 1, so it's not going to be a entirely clean round, but do expect an Orgles victory at this point. Those 9 rounds are looking very tasty here from the CT side, and even though Ramoy tries to give us his best clutch attempt, it's still not going to be enough, and Jazar will finally end the madness. That will be the 9th round here for Orgles. Their pistol round streak continues. They keep on winning these pistol rounds in the second half, time and time again. I guess one of the reasons behind it is that most of the time, when they do get to play in the second half is when they are CTs. So in this case, their CT pistol round percentage, win rate percentage, is at an all-time high, at 100%.
They're actually looking really good. It's scary that they've kept this up for 3 or 4 maps now where they've won this second half pistol. Especially in this sort of position where Singularity are going to be now onto more of an eco round here. A chance to recollect some money to this one for Orgles. Bit of damage done to Jazar, but nothing to be worried about here. Couple of easy frags. Accelerate takes some tags as well. You want to let the MP9s do the work, and that's exactly what they do. Money in the bank moving forward. 10-7 Orgles. For the first time in the day so far, they decide to reach double digits first. They are not trailing. They're the leaders here on this map. And now, first rifle round, Singularity. What are they going to bring to the table? I'm much more assertive about this map pick for Orgles compared to what they picked the sort of previous series against SG Pro, considering that they seem to have actually looked at the weakness of Singularity, realized Inferno wasn't great for them, and especially as a new side, you probably don't have an extensive map pool. They probably go, what's our opponent bad at? We'll play that one, and just hope for the best, and it seems to actually be working out this time here. A fast play down Banana. ZNX, though, reads it well. Mertz, good trade. Takes out Jazar top mid, but a barrage of damage. ZNX low, Yabi the same. There is some serious off-trade here at the moment.
Oh, but this is so good for Singularity. At the same time, though, even though the A bomb set has been more or less abandoned, you do have one player in the form of Delbo who is in such a peculiar position. It feels like Singularity is about to take over the A bomb site, and Delbo might come in with a flank, but I don't think it's going to be quick enough. Ping, they are more than aware of his positioning. They should be eliminating him, and that has been done successfully. Now, the problem is, even though Double came in with the big flank, he's now going to be coming from the same position. And in fact, with Brody going down, this does not look good for Dobo's attempt. It's so dissatisfying that even though he found the perfect timing to maneuver around the players, that is not going to help his team to win the round. They are going for it, though. CNX is incredibly low in HP. They still have the ability to flush out the players out of the pit. Mertz, good shot on one. DNX replies. And now he needs to find two. One guy in the form of Yabi is incredibly low in HP, but he's also running out of time, and he's running out of lives. 8 rounds here for Singularity as they manage to win the gun round.
Very nice off the mark. At least able to keep the setup somewhat consistent here as Orgles. They will be able to rebuy, but Singularity looking now to break this side. See if they can force their hand, force their way back into this game. Doing so by winning this one would give them an opportunity of 10-10. Jazar, nice little run boost, gives himself a sort of faster position to peek top banana, although does not commit to the fight. Molotov down, preventing him from doing so. Oof, nice nades over the top. No real damage taken away, though. Couple of little tags along the way, but nothing to be concerned of so far. Still, Singularity. Flash is good. Do they check the corner? Well, yes, they do. A little bit preemptively. Cell rate gets dropped down to 10. A tag through the wall by Jazar. But now look at the rest of Singularity. Straight toward the A side they go. They spotted Dobbo in pit as far as they could tell as the Molotov starts to force him out. There's the trades, but Ping again. Good for 3. Makes it back to a 2-on-2, and with Chris being low, definitely a winnable opportunity.
One thing that is kind of dissatisfying is that Brody is just on a deagle. But we can already see the attempt, and they should be able to spot out the player in the pit. That is exactly that. And of course, now they know the positioning of Chris. Jazar could actually attempt the wallbang, but no, he's just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. That is another victory here for Orgles. Another round being picked up, and who else if not, I guess you could say Ping to blame for his actions. 3 kills coming in. That really puts a spanner in the works there in Singularity. I mean, once you have a player having such a stellar hold, you have the 2-on-2. You might think, oh, it's still somewhat doable, but that boost right there in the pit, spot out the player, eliminate him. All you have to deal with is a low HP Singularity member. Well, now, this is looking very good for Orgles. 11 rounds. And doesn't look like their train is slowing down anytime soon. That's a lot of utility. Mertz, we've got the Deagle to work with.
Scrappy buy round, yeah, Orgles, if they win this one, fast-tracking themselves up to at least 13-8 based off of what would have to come in the form of an eco here, so there is a real chance here that Orgles do get gifted a great opportunity. Christo on the corner, read by Dobbo, nice and easy. First kill found already. Mertz trying to put the pressure on Molotov, forcing him out of position, though, goes for the peek. Oh, nice and easy. 5-on-3 already, no real major damage taken. Dobbo a little tagged, but he will survive for now as he gets himself into a safer position lower into pit. Again, Singularity. Sort of like we saw on Mirage, where as soon as they get onto that T side, they do seem to struggle to close out these rounds. CT was great on Mirage, as we saw, 12-3, but the game went right back up to double digits for Orgles as that T side just failed to close out the rounds, and seems like that might be the case here too. 30 seconds on the clock. It is going to be a B-sided commit. They've got 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov, so they've got enough to take this site. Are they prepared for ZNX? He might go for the swing, doesn't matter. Damage done. Oof, very nice spray actually. Where they can close in now, but still. One will go down, only just though, down to a 5-on-3 retake.
Ping is taking a sweet time, though. He's going to hope that player like Ramoy might lose his guard, and that's when he can begin to move in. But right now, Orgles are being incredibly slow. Ramoy, that's a problem. Does not see the players, so you might think the banana is empty. That is a big, big mistake. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of focus on what's happening here on the site. It's perfect going to be for a player like Ping to come in. Oh, no, but he's too slow. But there we go. The kills come in nonetheless, and I believe...
Oh, there's no time.
There's simply no time. Oh, no, Orgles. That's so dissatisfying for them. They get the kills, all of them, in fact. But due to the lack of defuse kits, they lose the round regardless.
Oh, that's a big let up. The scary part is Jazar had a kit as well, but was just too far away to commit to the defuse, unfortunately. And yeah, that's a big mistake. 11-9, Singularity. They get gifted with a little bit more of a free round than they might have thought here. Look at the effect that it has now. Jazar and the AK-47, the only two valuable weapons in this round. The rest onto a scrappy force buy here. They lose this one, and Singularity, not just double digits, but round 11 potentially on the way as well. Good early entry by Ramoy. Does only take down an MP9, but it limits the weapons that can now be used here on the side of Orgles, but it's a great read from Singularity, setting up toward the B site. Lonely old Brody is the only player that sits on this site, a single deagle to defend. And it should be Singularity ready and prepared to take this site, because Brody, as soon as that CT smoke goes down, he's isolated. A single deagle if Singularity do commit, which so far they are very complacent about. They are going to just sit back and wait for a second, so maybe not a commitment to come just yet.
Folks are being set up. So it seems like the most obvious route to take if you're a team like Singularity. Brody is going to be playing it up close to the smoke. Can't really blame the guy, especially being with the weapon that he holds, the Deagle. Maybe can inflict a lot of damage, but right now, I mean, there just hasn't been a lot of action towards the A part of the map. So Orgles have begun to make this rotation. You even now have 3 players to deal with them, and Jazar actually gets accelerated. Good here on Yabi. ZNX somehow comes out on top with 2. Now we've got a good round on our hands. Jazar making it close. Is he aware of it? Oh, so close, but no cigar. The bomb does go down eventually. Jazar should be waiting for his comrade in arms to try and attempt this one. You've got to be quick about it as well. The 2 players are entrenched quite well. Chris has now made his way towards the dark position. Ping is also moving in. Chris with just the Galil. Actually, spots out Ping. It's not going to crack just yet. They got a bit of a crossfire being set up, but oh no. Chris dies way too early. And Ramoy, does he expect the player to be up close? Yeah, Ping is going to come out on top. Another successful retake here for Orgles. Even though in the previous round it was a bit of a mistake due to the lack of defuse kits, but overall, the record has been set straight. And Orgles get themselves that 12th.
Nice and easy. 12-9. Back to winning ways. The money is gone for Singularity. Will have to be a bit of an eco this time. Unfortunately, with Orgles now most likely on their way to 13 rounds, and this is where things get a lot more difficult. Jazar, great early entry, plenty of damage done off of the nade as well. And so far, looking like Orgles might just be in the best position they've been in all day so far. They realize now they've got to dig in deep. It's an elim game. They lose this, they're out. Seems like we have had a little bit of a DC out of the GoTV connection there. Hopefully all is good on this side. We have completely dipped. We'll throw it to a quick break if we can, and hopefully not have to watch this. Just get things sorted, but not a good start. Although it's an eco round. Fortunately, it's a round where we're not missing too much. There we go. Never mind, we're back.
There is 1 kill working out for them. It's not too bad for Singularity. It's just that right now, it comes down to hitting the site itself. This is where the problems really begin. You've got double right behind the hay bales. You've got Jazar getting a kill as well. And as it should be, an eco round will be won by the real guns, not by just those puny little pistols. Remoy I just escaped with his AK-47 intact. In fact, if he keeps the AK-47, that's pretty nice. That's a good weapon to keep. but the way he's playing this one tells me that, you know what? He's confident. He feels that he can try to get a few more kills. That's a good one. But Double right now in the pit, such a powerful position to be in. Moy, once he jumps down there, it's so many players to find. Double will secure the final kill, and now Orgles are getting incredibly close to securing this map. This seemed to be somewhat unfathomable before the start of Inferno, but now as you saw them slowly but surely start picking up rounds in the first half.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're straight back into this one. Seems like we did have a little bit of an issue. The freeze seems to have affected Orgles as well. A little bit of loss on their side, so just getting a quick restart, but not as treacherous, because we come back into this and Singularity actually did win the eco round. Just using HLTV as a little bit of a reference, it turns out that they got a couple Glock kills, they got a couple rifle kills, and they actually won the full eco round to take this to 13 and 10. So that's a bit of a rough one. We didn't see it, would have liked to, but Singularity up to double digits.
And this is so impactful right now. The victory they managed to achieve here could change the tide of the second half, because you can see some players on the Orgles side are really struggling for cash. Like ZNX, for example, $1,500. Not enough to buy yourself a real man's gun like the M4. So either they're going to go for the full-on eco, which seems to be the right option, and then he's going to have to play with something like an SMG, which, again, as we've seen on a map like Inferno, it's not a death sentence. The SMG can still do a lot of work. I think this is the most reasonable approach you can make if you're a team like Orgles, and why not? Good old stack here of the B bombs, a very funky one as well. I don't think I've seen this particular way of stacking. I've seen players, hiding behind sandbags right by pool. Not a four-man tower though.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I saw this. I think it was on either the Wikipedia Discord or the subreddit for CS. But yeah, it's like two players stack on top of their head, and then two players get on top of the sort of yellow box, and looks like a four-man stack. It's all right. It's quite nice, but red quite easily by Singularity. They've worked it out already. B site being the stacked one, straight towards A they go. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Seeing if Mertz can get away with a couple eco kills. Does not want to lose that AWP though. Needs to be careful. Misses a couple of shots there and will be aggressed down ramp. But fortunately, they've got Ramoy ready and prepared. Catches the flanks, holding the line, leaving Jazar as that final man. 13 to 11. Singularity. They're on their way back. Economy is going to be a bit of a mess going into the next round as well. Surprising that they actually didn't go for a force buy, considering that players like ZNX only have like 1,500. But again, we'll see where this does indeed go itself. Chris will take down the round itself and seem like a little bit of BM. You love to see it. Attitude on players, always fun to see. But rebuy will come. Again, a little bit messy. ZNX just into the MP9. We'll see where this one goes, though. A chance for Singularity, providing if they do win this one, to head right back up to 13 rounds, potentially.
Let's see, I mean, double op setup here. I think one of the first instances we get to see it from Orgles. Brody has gone for it here on Inferno. Jazar, yeah, has always been playing with the op, but now he got Brody, but he also has Mertz securing the frag. Yabi has not evaded the flames, but nor will Ping evade the bullet. This is actually very good right now for Singularity. 2 kills being picked up towards B. However, they've set their sights on the A side. It's the right choice, but oh no, not getting a single frag! That is so dissatisfying. He was in a prime position to at least get the one. But now, the way things have played out, Singularity have full control over the A-bomb side. They're gonna punch in those digits, and this round has come to an abrupt end.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, fortunately, saving grace, they carry the double AWP over, but wow, Singularity. Maybe a little lucky that Dabo missed the spray, but not good from Orgles whatsoever at this point. That they really do start to take a little bit of a downward spiral here. 13 and 11 turns to 12, and most likely 13 on the way as well, scarily. And Orgles, we knew how good they can be, how good they could be, but now that the game is getting a little bit further in, a little bit further deeper, this is where the sort of experience and the sort of notion of doing this already for Singularity will kick in. They've got the experience to work through this issue now. But a buy round, not available. Double AWP going to be surrounded by pretty much nothing but bare minimum pistols. This should be Singularity getting round number 13, making Inferno go incredibly close so far.
It's getting close. Absolutely so. Op duel. Ooh, it will take place. Brody gets the one. Jazer as well. Yes, that's the power of the double ops. From 2 different angles, they're able to snipe down the opposition. Very nice done here, considering as well the lack of weaponry from Orgles5. You're expecting these AWPs to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Instead of committing to one of the bomb sites, this could be disastrous, and it is. As they begin to walk down the aisle, you have, of course, Brody with the op. And this is just horrible right now for Singularity. You've got completely shut down by the 2 sniper rifles. And with the bomb being dropped in such an awkward position, Chris just can't really make this one work. He needs to find all 4 of them, and he's not going to find a single one. It will be Orgles to come out on top, thanks to the double op setup. And I mean, you have seen rounds in the past where 1 AWP can change the tide, but now with 2 of them at play, you can see how powerful that can be.
Orgles getting such a valuable round off of the back of it. Yeah, the rebuy to come from Singularity, of course, but the victory out of Orgles propels them ever closer to guaranteeing what is a 3rd map here in this series. Overpass is still in contention. Singularity, though, starting so beautifully here for Orgles. Brody lands the early frag of the round now. B bomb site knows the AWP is there, and they cannot afford to commit to this here. Singularity. What do they do? Yabi inside of apartments. Oh, sorry, Chris inside of apartments, going for a little bit of a lurker play, but Cellrate tries to bait out the shot, see if they can maybe get a little bit of a switch angle here with Yabi on the corner. Will commit to the peek out here. Needs to be incredibly careful, but a smoke down by Orgles, as thorough as they can be here. And Singularity, they've got no options. Very little map control, no real refrags, no real damage. This is going to have to be a pretty default execution. Down to the B site they go, based purely off of the premise that in a 5-man round, you play 2 men on the B site. They're going for the art of overpowering here, and we'll see how it treats them. But there's got to be a clean execution here, or else Orgles, they're on their way to round 15 and really starting to take us to a 3rd map, really.
A lot of water now. Loads of it, in fact. CNX, they're burning to the flames right now. This is perfect. Some superb utility usage coming out from Singularity. You didn't even have to fire off a single bullet up until they were up the steps of the site itself. This is some very fine stuff for Singularity. Even though they lost the opening pick, you might be thinking, if the refragging is there, Orgles in a prime position to still secure the victory. But once those 2 players are eliminated so swiftly, for Orgles, it's the only choice they can make, and that is to go for a save.
Hard times. Orgles. I mean, thankfully they do carry quite a decent set of weaponry over into the next round. Unfortunately, they've got money in the bank to reserve it. But Orgles here, this game is going incredibly close. Still up for debate right now as Singularity just sit a single round behind. Coming into round number 28. If they want to do this in regulation, it is going to have to be a 16-14. And taking away this upcoming round, if Orgles do invest, is a great way to almost guarantee that they make it up to that 15th point here. And especially for a side like Orgles, it's one of those where if they get to 14-14, money would be down low. They feel like a side that would force up and try and combat it in regulation rather than fighting for overtime. I think as soon as it hits OT, the experience of Singularity would just reign supreme here. Orgles expending so much energy to try and stay in this map and finish it before it even gets to that sort of point, but let's see how this one goes. Good little apartment stack here. Chris needs to be incredibly careful. Already damage done. We'll find the first hit, looking for a refrag, and we'll be able to get it. Nice early entry, but read incredibly well. Cellrate dead. That's exactly what they needed, but Ramoy returns a kill of his own. Was Yabi spotted? Question. Flash was good and still gets away with it. B site lost and a 3-on-2 for Orgles.
Oh, this is perfect again. Overwhelming the B bomb side with the numbers. Even though that one engagement behind the smoke grenade could have really set the tone for this round, but because it goes in favor of Singularity, it's pretty obvious what comes next. Orgles have to go for yet another save, and you have to keep those weapons in for the next round. And this is where things get really tiresome for Orgles because they have been in these situations where, yeah, they constantly need to go for a save here, for a save there. And now that the scoreline is going to be 14-14, not everyone from Orgles can come up with a proper investment. There's going to be some lack of weaponry, some lack of utility on their side, but the two weapons being saved, it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be too massive. Right now, Orgles got to make a difficult choice. Do they really want to go for the purchase here? Or would they might even consider going for a save in a situation like this? That is why they've gone for the timeout. They're going to have that discussion. Right now, there you go. The purchase is definitely coming in. But how would they use this purchase effectively to secure that 15th round and eventually 16?
Scary part is Singularity have got economy to last them right to round 30 as well. So it's going to have to be 2 clean rounds out of Orgles. Jazar, AWP again posted. Saved up from the previous round, drops out a weapon as well. They have the solid rifles to play with, plenty of utility. It's going to be a fairly balanced round here so far, despite the weapons being a little weaker for Dobbo. It's not as bad as they would have imagined here. And this one is truly going the distance right now. Singularity. Time diverting away from more of a B-sided full commit. 3 players onto that B-bomb site, interestingly. If Singularity work this out, this could get very difficult very quickly. No commitment through the smoke just yet, fortunately. Mert spots out the info on the first rotating player. Will retreat, keeps himself back, spots away the second as well. Oh, this is a read by Singularity that might be a little bit unpredictable here. They're going to be walking into a triple B-sided stack. Now, they've got plenty of utility, but it is the manpower they've got to deplete if they wish to get onto this B site.
There you go, flash comes in. Jazar gets the first one. He's got ZNX to back him up. He's getting closer. Jazar, how is he still alive? Finally goes down. Remoy goes in for the spray. Celery is a little bit too far behind to try and get the quick refrag. He can still get the frag, however, but Brody has changed his positioning, and Celery is aware of it. Looks like he is now. Nope, wrong corner. And that will be Orgles securing that 15th round. A must for them to remain competitive in this matchup. Well, would you look at that? Singularity, though, it's not like they themselves are swimming in cash. It is going to be just enough to get that purchase in. This has become a very close affair. Neck and neck. 14 to 15. Can Orgles go all the way?
1 round needed. Chris down onto a deagle. Singularity. Slowing things down. Do not want to be overcommitting here, as this round means everything. Like I said, I still stand by the prediction. If Singularity make it into overtime, I feel like they will be able to ride out based on experience alone, and Orgles just, again, not being able to close this out in regulation. But for Orgles, the most convincing that they have looked all day. Would be very nice to see them at least extend this series that little bit further to be able to account for the third map. A good start by Singularity, though. Mertz not expected on the corner. Will be able to find the opening for Jazar, though. Ooh, baited into the shot. Now here comes the commitment. Mertz finds 2. What do they do? The reload, though. Dobbo and Brody, they find themselves a double. It's an A-sided rotate here that Singularity are trying to commit into.
Oh, this is so weird right now. Orgles, now they're beginning to be aware of what's taking place, that yes, this is the full A-side hit. But if it has gone a bit of a ring around the rosy, you've got Orgles players coming in from short. Is Singularity aware of it? Yep, now they are. Chris sees the one. He's going to be ready and waiting for more players to come his way. Nice smoke grenades being deployed. They need to be incredibly careful of short. This is where the main firepower is coming from in Singularity. Playing this one to CT not giving anything away. Now they're pushing in. Now they're coming in. Brody with one. Stellar gets another one. And another one for Stellar. And the third as he spins around like a turret to eliminate everything in his vicinity. And this termination has granted his team overtime. They've got a good chance right now, Singularity, to try and close things out right here and now.
This is going the ultimate distance. Orgles, they've got to be kicking themselves here with the way that that sort of second half went, allowing Singularity right back into the action. They'll be keeping the game wide open. And again, Singularity, now they can put their experience to the test. They can take this overtime in their stead. Look to try and battle still to close out this 2-0 here. Again, taking away nothing from the side of Orgles for the fact that they can keep this up. Ooh, Brody, though, boost this time, not anticipated. Or sorry, very much anticipated, not expecting to walk out through the smoke. Mert's great entry. Already down to a 5-on-4, and one of those AWPs lost already.
That's really satisfying for Orgles. Losing a player so quickly right now, and this is interesting. I don't like we might even see a full-on rotation from Orgles towards B-bombs, that I can't really blame him. There's a lot of pressure mounting on this part of the map, and Jazar, how does he have so much vision still? That smoke, oh, it's abysmal. Barely does anything, and Jazar still has vision, but you have Cell right here. If he gets this frag of the A-bomb site, that is everything.
Oh, no!
Hold this one down, double. There we go. Gets the spray on one, the second there. No, not the third. This is still good for Singularity. They've taken over the bomb site. Yabi shuts down the rotation, and Mertz is also good for a kill on Jazar. Singularity are hitting all their shots and hitting all the notes to secure 16.
You can already see it. You can already see Orgles looking frantic. You can tell they're scrambling here. Darbo, he was the sort of worthy cause on the A site. He did his work, actually. 2 kills was very impressive. The rest of the side just not up to scratch this time. And you can see Singularity off the mark they go. 16 back in the lead yet again. But Orgles, what can they do for us here? CT side, typically in overtime, is the more preferred team, no matter which way it is sort of favored during the halves itself. It is typically CT that does take over in overtime. So it is a little bit more of a awkward beginning here that Orgles do lose the early round, but they've got 2 more to try and convert into their hands. They can maybe work this one in their favor. Ooh, beyond the smoke, they do not check the corner again, though, so commonly ignored now. Already down to a 5-on-3, and Singularity should be giving the round to Orgles here. A couple of mistakes up top mid, sacrificing themselves, unless they get a solid B-sided commit. They've got 2 smokes and plenty of utility, so I can see this one maybe being a little bit more of a cause for concern, but just based on pure advantage alone, Orgles should get away with this round.
They're moving in though. Yabi, good shot on one of the players. He does hold his line, and oh, goes down to Chris eventually. You see one of the players there close by flower pots, but he's not going to go for a ballsy play there. That's a good choice they're paying. However, Mertz is hunting. He can smell the blood of the approaching player there. He has been softened up there just a little bit though. He's going to check in that Molotov for good measure. Orgles though being slowed down in their tracks. Singularity doing a fantastic job in making sure that Orgles have a difficult time, and Mertz now is even going to have the angle, but he will not use it to full effect. Orgles are now making their way through CT spawn. Chris spots him out, does not get the kill, however, but Chris needs to survive, and he does not. Oh, Mertz! So many players to find, and he does not get a single one. That smoke grenade at the very end works out perfectly, and Orgles defused the bomb.
16 on the board, tied up yet again. This one seeming to maybe go the distance. No massive overtime advantage for either side here so far. Orgles will be looking to maybe try and secure round number 17 though before Singularity head back onto their CT side. Again though, we can't take away from the fact that this one was so very good for the side of Orgles when they were on T side. They got 9 rounds on that first half. So there is maybe a bit more of a cause for concern if Singularity do not take round number 17. But Jazar holding close on the corner. They've got a nice little flower boost on the side as well. Very quickly read though. Good return by Jazar. Finds a quick refrag, makes it back to a 4-on-4. But Singularity, the health is already beginning to be depleted. They've got to be very careful. But again, it seems like they will rotate further down toward that B-bomb site.
They've been finding so much success here, especially when it comes down to entering. Can't really blame them for trying to go for their tested and true formula of hitting this B-bomb site time and time again. Once the smoke grenade begins to fade, Ramon should have vision over CT spawn if they don't want to smoke it off. There we go, there's the smoke. There's also Molotov from ZNX, so they need to wait just a little bit before pushing through, or no, oh, they're still going to go for it. They're still going to push on through. Oh, what a great shot from Mertz. Eliminates ZNX, and now the bomb is very viable, but Brody, he also goes down. That is so dissatisfying. I thought Brody should get at least the one. Jazar will make sure the bomb does not get planted at least an extra few seconds, but his buddy Ping hits the deck, and Jazar comes with more. Such good movement, but not enough to win the round. It will be Singularity to get that 17, and well, now this was an incredibly close round. There has been instances where you think, right, initially things are looking up there for Orgles, but here, I mean, Jazar. This is not the type of form you expect to see from him. He's been playing in the Counter-Strike scene for a bit, but this is something else. Jazar has been putting up some incredible numbers.
If we could get a quick look at the leaderboard, yeah, I'd love to see what stats he's putting up at the moment, considering the fact that, like you say, I think the last team that he was really on for a competitive amount of time was maybe Game Agents, but again, that roster did not last for too long there. Before that, most likely, was probably the Enjoy roster that transitioned into Chaos. So, you know, he's been out of action for an incredibly long time, yeah. But again, still seems to have the power, have the skill to keep up his game here at the moment. Jazar looking for the early peaks down to Banana. Now the T side here of Orgles, seeing what they can deliver. Singularity, though. Nice little early tag. Jazar dropped with the grenade down to 65. If they can win this first round here for Singularity, all they need is a further 1 out of the 2. Great tag onto ZNX, does not commit to the frag, but wants to keep himself alive. The right thing to do. Soften up those targets, make them easier for the refrag. Singularity very calm and composed so far.
Not a control being upheld by Singularity this long into the round, and in fact, it goes in their favor. They obviously secures the frag on Jazar, but now Orgles to put a lot more pressure here towards the A-bomb set. Maybe even a split is a possibility, that they have to smoke off Mertz. That is a big mistake. Mertz has got full vision, and Ping goes down as well. That will be Singularity to reach 18, as they absolutely shut down the Orgles offensive.
Big mistake.
Big mistake.
Smoking off that lobby or library door is so vital there. And again, sure, I think they had maybe arches smoked, or they pushed through a smoke themselves, so didn't maybe anticipate the push. But it's such a common angle. You just have to come to expect it. And well, unfortunately, not this time. Map and series points on the cards for Singularity. Already starting things off well, though. Singularity lose the first already. Ramoy dead. Ping does take some damage, but gets away with his life. Singularity, what do they do? Well, they've still got 2 players down on the B site. But now with the advantage here for Orgles, a complete and utter slowdown. And I like it. I'm glad they didn't overcommit off of that first kill, because they would have had a big surprise. 2 further players waiting for them rather than 1. That could have been the round itself already shut out. So Orgles, I'm glad they're thinking tactically about this, and into the A side they go. Chris, though. Oh, Chris. Wait a second. Spots the shadow. Jazar takes it. Now here's the attack to the A side. A Baron disparaged A bomb site, though. There's no CT defenses here.
Satisfying here. They begin to move in here. Singularity just retaking this A bomb set is such a pickle. I mean, one good thing is that at least none of the Orgles players have taken over positions in the pit, but even so, at this point, you're just going to be backing away to get those AK-47s, and Might as well keep the AK-47 here, Mertz. You can have plenty of money in the upcoming round, but that AK-47 is a bit more viable than the M4 for your teammates, so how's it going to go about it? Yeah, keep those AK-47s, buy up the AWP if necessary in the round moving forward, but yeah, great start here for Orgles. Thought that Singularity will put up a bit of a fight here towards Banana, but the problem is once the first teammate goes down, probably holds that position expecting to have backup from his teammate, but that was not the case. The two players have decided to retreat and not face anyone from Orgles. Maybe that was a bit of a mistake. They could have stayed towards Banana altogether. They could have stopped the advancement. Maybe they could have secured the opener. But not in this realm. And now it is 18-17. Again, as close as it possibly can be. And there's only two outcomes. Either it's a victory here for Singularity, or it could be Orgles bringing us to another set of overtime.
That is certainly what they're trying to do here. Mertz. Oh, Dobbo. Oh, goes for it. Remoy finds a double, though. Tries to aggress and take out the AWP. It's not going to make a difference, though. A 4-on-3 cell rate. A auto sniper as well on the B bomb site. Oh, the turret's been deployed. The kill streak's been called. They've got the turret on the back of the B site. This might be disastrous here for Orgles. They are walking right into a death trap. Boosted up on the A side as well. Gives them much more of a defense here. And well, the auto sniper tags onto some damage. Brody dropped down to low, but take him out easily. Yabby, good return, but only the one. Into a 2 versus 2. That bomb will be planted. Smoke in CT does allow the peak for now. It will start to dissipate, though. Has to move. Both of these players in through CT spawn. Brody is low. Chris has so much utility. The timing, oh lord, the timing could not be better, but still, Brody gets away with it. Down to the 1-on-2, and damage done. Spots the first, but cannot take it. Double overtime on the way.
Oh, how did this happen as well? Singularity. I thought with that, the auto sniper as well, I thought, yeah, this round is going to come to an abrupt end here in favor of Singularity, but somehow, whilst having 2 or actually even 3 individuals defending the side, they somehow didn't hold their own. They lost it there on the side. That's really going to be frustrating for Singularity because they were in a prime position to close things out right here and there, but doesn't mean it's over. They still have a chance here. In fact, 3 opportunities to pick up the rounds here in the first half. But Orgles, we love to see that they have not given up just yet. They still got that fighting spirit. They're more than waiting to secure a victory here in the first map. Accelerate, moving in very rapidly. Oh my goodness! Accelerate demolishes the opposition. Holds mouse 1 and sprays wildly through the smoke to probably rob Singularity to a victory. Oh, he's spraying again. And it's going to be Yabby to get that kill on Jazar. But yeah, this round is going to end. Singularity. What a change of pace.
I think that's what they needed here at this point. They're trying to overwhelm them so heavily that they don't even have a chance to come back here, Orgles. They're trying to sort of take the gavel, slap them into the coffin, whack the nails on here, and before they can even really do too much. 19 on the board already. Looking to kickstart what is a very nice run here on the CT side. Singularity, they can sort of understand and tell that every sort of position is necessary here. Jazar, good for the entry, finds 2. Absolute massacre down top Banana. This time, working out in the favor of Orgles.
Yeah. This is turning out to be very good for Orgles in this round at least. They get themselves the 19th. If they can also get themselves those 2 rounds on the T side, that would be perfect for them moving forward. But again, this shows the weakness of the B bomb set at times when you lose presence towards Banana. It becomes incredibly difficult to try and make this one work. Though Chris and Mertz, I feel we want to try to attempt this one. It is, I'd say, a fool's game to try and win this particular round. Timer is taking the bomb thing as well. What a spray transfer. The bomb as well is just gonna explode at some point or another. It will be 19-19. Scoreline that is incredibly close between the 2 rosters.
Scarily, none of these sides actually looking, I'd say not capable, but definitely ready to win this map so far. First to 22 rounds in double overtime. Singularity back on that double AWP setup here. Yabi taking up the second. Down to Banana he will go. Oh, Mertz. Fast down bottom mid. Takes out ZNX. Gets an early entry. That's exactly what Singularity needed. So much damage inflicted, but again, just can't return the kills. Jazar and Dobbo tagged heavily, but again, can't reclaim the frags back in their favor yet. No offensive nades for Yabi either. The only one being a HE on Chris, and being on the A bomb site, not going to be much use. Oh, they are going to boost up though. If they get the timing here, this can work out, but Orgles are pressing for the push. Fortunately, Ramoy boosted just the right time. Jazar on his way to the site. Now there's the lineup. Only good for one. A missed shot as well by Yabi. And a 3-on-2 Orgles. They're back in the lead again. It's 20 rounds on the way, I think, here.
And also with some utility to spare. This is so good for Orgles. They have presence over the site. Chris and Mertz desperately need to go for this one. As difficult as it may be, we do have a bit of a peek. There's going to be Chris with one. Oh, actually, is this doable? Mertz now left in a 1v1 as he has to go up against Brody. And he can try to get the tags. He is getting them. With the USP, he's going to have to be precise. And that is more than enough for Mertz. And he has more than enough time to defuse the bomb.
Wow, 20 rounds on the board. Singularity. They get the round just barely off of the back of a 3-on-2. Brody, patience, just ran out dry there. Mertz able to get away with it and had to sort of extend a peak and commit to the fight, but the USP from Mertz just getting the job done. 20-19, Singularity. They need 2 here on the T side to close out the map, to close out the series. And why am I feeling that maybe Singularity are about to commit to what Orgles did on the T side? B bomb site, potentially no. Okay, I thought they're about to stack top Banana, get into a bloodbath again. I'm glad that's not the case. They're going to be playing to close out the game, not to close out the kills.
There are 3 players here close by Banana from Orgles, so Jazar has been feared off by the flames. Still gets the tag here, Mertz. Too shabby, but Jazar, there we go. The nade connects. So the AWP still remains in the hands of Yabi, which is quite nice. It's going to be incredibly difficult for them to pursue this goal right now. It is quite difficult, if I'm being honest. They are going for it. Yabi still in the duel. And fires off the shots, but no, nothing of great significance. The CTs are still holding on to that Banana presence.
Oh, Yabi. Not even checking the corner there. Not too sure what he's trying to do at this point. Sent in as a solo player. A bomb site stack here from the side of Orgles. 3 players ready for this. Seems like Singularity might just be meddling a little bit too hard in this one. 40 seconds on the clock, though. They've got 2 smokes, a flashbang, and molly. It's not great. It is definitely viable, though. 30 seconds. Time is ticking. They spot out the players now. What do they do with this? The flashbang, good. ZNX, though. Taking a decent chunk of damage off of the back of this one. Still, Chris already dead, unfortunately. The rest of the side to follow suit. Ramoy, last man alive, and an easy shutdown. 20 rounds on the board for Orgles. And there we go. Scores are tied again. Last 2 rounds here. If they go 1 apiece, we go triple OT. A victor maybe to be decided here in this overtime.
$20-20 right now. What an incredibly close game between these 2 teams. No one really having, again, a substantial edge. Well, we remember from the past that Singularity did find a lot of success towards the B-bomb side. So maybe that's the area of the map they want to try to contest yet again. You do have the infamous op duel, Mertz versus Jazar, and Jazar's got the high ground, and oh yes, Jazar is going to come out on top yet again. Rex has been losing this duel far too often right now against Jazar, so might want to refocus their options. Well, that seems to be likely. The A-bomb side seems to be where Singularity is trailing towards.
Made down as well. Molotov to stop the rush at least. All 4 players of Singularity bundled into top middle. So far, no real info gathered. There is still going to be a 3-man stack here on this A side. Accelerate. Spots out the head of Ping. Can't find kill just yet. Overwhelms through the smoke. Gets away with 2. Dobbo, nice refrag, but Ramoy, he gets left already tagged up. Dobbo finishes the job on 1. Tags down. Brody gets it done. 21 map point for Orgles. They need 1 more, and we head to Overpass for a 3rd and final map in this series. But Singularity, they're not going to give it up easily.
Oh, but something tells me that Orgles is simply running out, or pardon me, not even Orgles, just Singularity is running out of juice in the tank. Giving away these 2 rounds, and even then, when we saw that commitment on the A-bomb side, I thought, this is not going to go their way. Orgles have 3 members here. They're entrenched so well into the site. Well, we might see some advancements here towards Banana, but look at the damage being dealt. Celery Gabby losing so much HP, and they're yet to see a single CT.
Oh. ZNX likes Accelerate. Taste of his own medicine there for the CTs. Auto Sniper posted up. Already a first kill found. I've got to agree, Singularity, they've not just ran out of energy here, but they seem to have ran out of workable strategies at this point. Finally realizing maybe the B-bomb site is their port of call, but not that it will have any sort of impact, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait. Ramoy? Well, as I say that, left isolated. 46 health. 2 players down, Banana hunting for the kill. Into CT spawn they'll go. Spots out the final player, runs for his life. Tries to get to the A site and see if he can force out a 1v3, but with a Molotov, single flashbang, and ooh, already a death. Map 2 going to Orgles, 22-20, and we will be seeing Overpass after what is a double overtime. Singularity failed to close out.